Hello, hello, and welcome back to the world of assassination, Freelancer. And we pick up where we left off in the last episode, and we are about to begin our fourth and final tier of the organ trafficking campaign. So for our final tier, we will be off to Ambrose Island, Chongqing, Hokkaido, the Isle of Scale, Mendoza, and Whittleton Creek. So hopefully we get Mendoza or Whittleton Creek as a viable showdown, and it apparently appears we do not. So we are going to have to pick somewhere else for our final showdown. In the meantime, we are going to head off to the Isle of Scale, where we have 3 targets and 1 supplier. We have a silent target takedown rare melee, pacify guards unnoticed, and perfect shooter as our optional objectives. We're going to be taking our time on this one as it is an alerted territory. So on to our prestige objectives, and we have submachine gun kill epic, sniper kill epic, and timed silent takedown. So we'll be going for the sniper kill epic, as we definitely have 1 epic sniping rifle, and it is one of the Sega variants. So we're just going to grab a silenced pistol, and we're going to go and retrieve our Viper Sega, or Sega, and that will be that. We also need a rare melee takedown item. I'm going to grab the epic crowbar, that will come in handy. So I don't expect to get the perfect shooter challenge, but we are going to try and get everything else once we get to the Isle of Scale.
Journey 47. Welcome to the Isle of Scale. The syndicate is currently operating in the area. Find them and eliminate. But be careful. They're on high alert. We don't want them to slip away. Be careful, 47.
So here we are at the Isle of Scale, and there is one of our targets. The other 2 are some distance away. Now, to get the silent takedown rare melee challenge, I'm going to go for the nearest target. I'm also going to try and deal with the pacify the guards as we make our way down the building. So the plan is, there are 2 guards downstairs. Let's not drop our gun there, let's drop the briefcase, that's better. So what I'm going to do is make my way down, eliminate one of those 2 guards so that the other is alone. So we're just going to take out the static guard down here in the crypt because he doesn't move. And then we're going to make our way back up and into the chapel. And at the bottom of the stairs in the chapel, there are another 2 guards. And again, we're just going to eliminate one of them and then move away and let the panic calm down. And then we are left with 2 secluded guards for our pacify guard challenge. It's a bit of a long-winded method. It's a very slow method. There are much quicker ways of doing this, but it is the Isle of Scale, and it is one of my least favorite Freelancer maps, so I'm going to be rather cautious. So there is our 1 lone guard on the stairs there. So we're going to let him go back to his routine, I think. And from here, we will make our way down to... Oh, actually, no. We might get a chance. No, we've missed it. So, yeah. What we'll do is we'll go down and we'll get the other guy first, I think. That will be the plan. So, just going to drop our briefcase, make our way back down the drain pipe, and the other guard hopefully will have cleared away the body and will now be back up. So he's still in the process of clearing away the body. Never mind, that gives us an opportunity to get ourselves into position. So all we've got to do now is wait for that guard to return. Here he comes, and once he stops moving, preferably at the altar there, or the sarcophagus, we can then render him unconscious, and that's our first guard pacification. So with him taken care of, we can now take his outfit, and we can move around a little bit more freely. And we're going to now go and take on the other now lone guard, who hopefully also has returned to his regular routine, although I think I dived out of the box a little bit early. He may still be busy as well. It looks like he is, so we're just going to make our way into the chapel itself here, and we're just going to hide up behind some item, as this is a rather cluttered room. So I'm thinking to myself, there's a lone guard here, can I get to him? Now the stipulations of this objective is that the body can't be found. You have a few seconds where once you've knocked out your guard, you basically the challenge won't count, and for a few seconds, so that his body isn't immediately spotted. So having two other people in the room is rather a hindrance, but luckily our lone guard has returned, so we can just follow him back out into the stairwell and render him unconscious. That's 2 guards pacified now. So with that done, we're going to move on to our first target and hopefully take on the rest of our challenges. Like I mentioned, we're not going to go for the perfect shooter, as we may have to take out cameras or things like that, and that will automatically lose you that objective, so we're not going to consider that one doable. So down where our target is under the Phoenix effigy, we have another guard, so we're just going to eliminate him so that he is out of the way. And when our target, who is the one who spotted the body, runs off to get some help, we can then take out the other person in the room, leaving our target completely alone, so that when we come back we can pacify them with our crowbar. Hello mate, you're very unfortunately collateral. We can then pacify them with the crowbar for the rare melee challenge, and we can then snipe them in our leisure, or at our leisure. Unfortunately, we do have a little bit of a panic going on, so we are going to have to move a safe distance. It's a bit more panic than I was originally expecting. In fact, it spreads quite a bit, I believe. As you can see, guards all over the place are becoming alerted, and this is no longer a safe location. We managed to get away with that by casually walking away, nothing to do with us. So we're just going to wait here behind this sarcophagus or altar or whatever this one is, and once everybody starts calming down and going back to their usual routines, we can then return to our first target. As I said, this is not the quickest way of getting all of this done, but it will get us the challenges: the pacified guards, the silent takedown rare melee, and the sniper epic kill. So we're just going to wait for that guard to move away with the body, and then we're going to make our way back into the engine room under the Phoenix effigy, and we are going to render our first target unconscious. Get off the phone, you're supposed to be working. Unfortunately, we've been spotted immediately, so we're just going to pacify that guard there. Now that actually will count, so we have our pacify guards unnoticed challenge completed. Trouble is, we need to now wake our target up. So who should we shoot? Let's try and shoot this guy, as he knows who we are. We're using a loud weapon so that we attract a lot of attention. And once again, we are going to have to move away a safe distance and let everything calm down and go back to normal. That should be long enough. It looks like our first guard there is now back awake and back into uniform. So we're just going to take care of him quickly. Our second guard, who we've already lured out of this area once, is out of the way. I think we're just going to make sure he stays out of the way. It might be beneficial. Is he going to come back? Oh, he's not coming back in. Oh, that works out for us perfectly. So we can just mosey on straight into the engine room or the machine room. Render our target unconscious. Down you go. As you can see, the little timer counting down there. So that will get us our silent rare melee takedown. All that's left is the epic sniping kill. So we'll just take care of that while we're here.
Excellent work, 47. You've spread fear within the syndicate.
So target 1 has been eliminated. We now got quite a journey on our hands, as the other 2 targets are quite a way off, and we do have a number of people between them and us who are enforcers and know what we look like. So we are going to have to make our way around and all the way over to the burial area, and I think here will be good enough. I think we'll take our sniping rifle and see if we can't find ourselves a nice lofty position with which we can take out our next target. And I'm thinking the Constance Tower would be an ideal location. Unfortunately, when we get up here, there will be 2 guards. Hopefully we can deal with them without too much trouble. So they're just on their regular little patrols. We might be able to get this guy from here. Just sneak along a little bit. Yep, 1 down. Now if we can just shoot this guy. Excellent. Luckily he did not fall off the ledge, which will alert people below. So from here we should be able to snipe our second target. There she is. So good night, dear.
Well done, 47. This will surely be a blow to the syndicate.
So with our second target now dealt with, we can now focus our attentions on target number 3. And target number 3 looks to be upstairs somewhere. Fortunately, we can't just walk around with a sniping rifle on our back, so we are going to have to be somewhat sneaky. And the first act of that sneakiness is to destroy that camera there. And oh, the door's locked. Okay, oh dear, don't mind me, Sophia, and you, not a word. There we go. So we're going to have to find another way up. And looks like we've triggered quite a bit of panic once again. I think we're going to have to go and hide somewhere. It's a shame we can't actually just climb up this tower and snipe our final target. But unfortunately, they don't appear to be anywhere near a window. I don't even think there's a window on that part of the building. So we're just going to wait right here, out of sight of everybody, and hopefully everyone will calm down and go back to their usual routines. And when they do, we can then try this again. So what do we need to do here? We need to get upstairs. Now it turns out that the drain pipe we originally came up here on, change of disguise will come in handy. It didn't really help with the enforcers though. Let's run away a little bit more. They've just found all the bodies in the Constance Tower area, so the panic may continue for some time, but that gives me a chance to explain that the drain pipe we originally came up on doesn't stop at this floor. You're all alone, mate. That was a bad idea. Never go around on your own. The drain pipe does actually go up another floor, which will take us much closer to our target. So we should have really gone this way the first time. I was actually thinking of cutting through the building and up another drain pipe to the next floor, but either way it works just the same. Now, if I remember correctly, there is a camera inside of this window. Yes, it is still here, so we'll deal with you. As I said, that would negate your perfect shooter challenge, so we'll never be considering that a viable objective. So it turns out our target is one of the Archean founders. So there's a couple of guards and a couple of other people in this room, I believe. And the best possible method will be to eliminate absolutely everybody, starting with the guards. So that's the other Archean founder taken care of. I think we'll leave the musician. Hello dear, you've been targeted for termination.
Syndicate member eliminated. Well done, 47. Return to the safe house. Collect yourself. I'll be in touch.
So that's the third target down. All that's left for us to do is to make good our escape. And I do visit the supplier on the way, but they're behind a locked door, so we abandon that and just head straight for the boat exit. So we didn't do too badly. We achieved all of our objectives that we intended to. As I mentioned, the perfect shooter isn't really viable. We've netted ourselves a nice tidy sum there. We should be building up our cash quite nicely at this point, and we'll be able to buy much more in the way of weaponry.
I'm ready when you've prepped the next assignment.
So, as is our custom now, once we get back to the safe house, we are going to relieve ourselves of any items we brought with us or acquired along the way. We will hold on to the silenced pistol for now, and we're going to just grab any reward that we see fit. Should have all of the poisons, so we don't need anything else at the moment. So join me in our next episode where we will take on our next syndicate member. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.